Today we're reading verse 17 then. And the last part I read from yesterday. Then we have the topics, I think. I don't know the qualities of friendship, therefore, O Devi, I offer my obeisances to it again and again. And if you say, you don't want my friendship just because you are shy, but you actually desire it within your mind, then listen, O Devi, to my petition. This desire has never arisen in my heart. My mind is always filled with dasyaras, that you should know for sure. And now it's the verse 17. Oh, you, whose golden hue possesses the pride of the color of a turmeric bulb, scratched by a fingernail. When will you, having, out of great satisfaction, marked my arms with your emblems of good fortune, that are anointed with your very lovely footlag, bestow the service of your lotus feet on me. O you, whose golden hue possesses the pride of the color of a turmeric bulb, scratched by a fingernail. When will you, having out of great satisfaction marked my arms with your emblems of good fortune, that are anointed with your very lovely footlag, bestow the service of your lotus feet on me? The explanations. Srimati Radhika is very satisfied with Sri Raghunath Das' limitless, eager prayer for devotional service in the last verse. Sri Raghunath Das laments, I don't wish to be acquainted with anyone who is not related with you in this world. Yesterday I read about our Param Gurudev, Shri Shri Pran Gopal Charitamrita Goswami Ji. And actually that was also the point in his household life. He was householder, and I think he had 5 or 6 children, like our Gurudev. But he was only fixed in that meditation about Radhika, even in his household life. And he only accepts his family life because when the family is also working with him in that Radha Dasyam. And so his family life was very successful in this case. And this is also the position of our Raghunath Das. I don't wish to be acquainted with anyone who is not related with you in this world. So if our family is connected with that, then we can enter really in that maidservanthood. Otherwise, it will be a burden and an obstacle. Let the whole world know that I have nobody else but you. Everyone will understand that Tulasi is Sri Radhika's maidservant. The eternal spiritual absorption of Sri Raghunath Das is unadulterated. Tanuvan Manobir Aham Tavasmi. I am yours with body, mind, and words. I am not just your quiet, hidden maidservant. I want to be your marked maidservant, so that everyone can see that I am yours. This firm loyalty swallows the whole ego. The ego is our first real enemy. And so when we think about ourselves, I'm yours with body, mind, and words. Then this firm loyalty swallows the whole ego. Even in so-called external consciousness, the twanging of the Siddha Swarup is audible. Even then, the devotee covets the service of Sri Radha. He is not even satisfied with dreams, smarana, or visions. He wants the real thing. Even in external consciousness, Raghunath Das strongly feels the absence of Swamini. So he rolls on the bank of Radhakund and weeps, not seeing her goddess, the queen of Vrindavan, a certain maidservant who considers her lotus feet the only goal of her life, became very anxious, fell down at the shore of her lake, what is Radhakund, cried loudly out of pain, and just to see her beautiful face, sang the following names. Sri Raghunath weeps and prays, please draw me to your lotus feet, calling me your maidservant. I won't be a quiet maidservant. I will be your marked maidservant. Just as his feelings of separation make his life airs reach his throat, he attains the vision of a divine Leela.
Radhimaya, could I ask a question here?
Radhe, whatever.
I still find quite mysterious this idea of the marked maidservant. I think I asked about it a couple of weeks ago. Why do others need to see that Tulasi is a maidservant? If her service is unadulterated, perfect and pure and divine and from the soul, why do others need to see that? And who are the others? Other manjaris? Other material beings? Who is seeing this mark? I don't I don't have answers for these questions.
Maybe Gurudev will give an answer. Gurudev is not available this morning. So, for me, this is an inner feeling of a mark. When it's not to show others anything. I like to be your marked maidservant. I want to feel and see in my inner that you mark me with this red footlock. So we have to meditate on the meaning of that red footlock. And in that red footlock, there is her Mahabhav. This is a symbol of her Mahabhav, this red footlock. So even Mohan himself takes shelter on her red footlock, because this is a condensed what is it? This is her condensed Mahabhav is in that footlock.
No, this I understand. Sorry.
Yeah.
Delays. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Delay.
No, it takes a moment from when you speak to when I hear, and so I interrupt you.
No, it's fine. So, yeah, okay.
No, then this I agree with you. I feel it like you were saying too. This inner experience very much. But what I don't understand is that Anantadas says, let the whole world see. Where is that? So let the whole world know that I have nobody but you. Everyone will understand.
This is the one-pointedness of the maidservant. So we have no more shyness to show the world another identification than this. That not means that we show something for the world. It is our feeling, and we are not shy. Here it's described. It's not a shy, hidden thing. We are shy to show something. No, they can all know that we are maidservants. What is the problem? This is our real identification from now on. I mean, we play our role in this world still, whatever they like, but we are the marked maidservant of hers. In our inner world, we know this, and we are also, if someone asks this or whatever, we will show it to the world, that we are proud, that we're not shy and hide it. This is, for me, it's my inner identification, that I really feel as a marked maidservant, and so I'm waiting for this moment she will mark me with her footlock. And then, because this Mahabhav is in that footlock, and then in that moment, I will get her footlock. Then I get her Mahabhav. And I'm really no more identified with this material body. I'm really in that Mahabhav. I get this mercy, this kripa. But this point is, I really desire that Gurudev is explaining. Gurudev, are you sleeping?
Oh, we'll take it up another time.
Radhe Radhe. So, good morning. Thank you for beautiful sharing. And Uddhava Prabhu, I think you have already full answer inside you. But for our benefit, you ask this question, I feel. And I totally, of course, agree with what Sundar Prabhu shared, Uddhava Prabhu shared. And one thing more, if I can say, why we need marked by our Swamini, it's for Mohan. Radha and Mohan are separated. In this separation time, if we marked totally by our Swamini Radhika, then Mohan can catch this manjari. It's visible, oh, this is Radha Dasi, Swamini's Dasi. That's why Mohan can take shelter from them. That's why we need more strong identity. I'm Swamini's Dasi. I have loyalty 108% to our Swamini. That's why Mohan can take shelter from manjaris. Then manjari can do seva as sevarasa, make them meeting. In this meaning, we need strong marked by Srimati Radhika. For example, of course, red rag also. Our dress is prasadam of our Swamini. Our feeling is from our Swamini. As much as we need this marked our Swamini, then we can do more seva as manjari. This just come to me, this marked Shri Radha.
Actually, the answer is also given here by Anandadas Babaji, why it's so important. But I also understand the question of Uddhava, why to show to others something. And I cannot feel that we show something to others. It's all in ourself, and here the answer is, this firm loyalty swallows the whole ego. So actually, if in that moment we are marked and we are fully identified as a maidservant, our ego will be finished. And we don't have to be shy. Everybody can know that we are a maidservant of Radhika. Nothing to hide, but also nothing to show. I will read, and maybe there's more coming. And I think this question we can also ask Gurudev when he is with us. Even in so-called external consciousness, the twanging of the Siddha Swarup is audible. Even then, the devotee covets the service of Sri Radha. He is not even satisfied with dreams, smarana, or visions. He wants the real thing. Even in external consciousness, Raghunath Das strongly feels the absence of Swamini. So he rolls on the bank of Radhakund and weeps. Not seeing her goddess, the queen of Vrindavan, A certain maidservant who considers her lotus feet the only goal of her life became very anxious, fell down at the shore of her lake, cried loudly out of pain, and, just to see her beautiful face, sang the following names. Shri Raghunath Das weeps and prays, please draw me to your lotus feet, calling me your maidservant. I won't be a quiet maidservant. I won't be a quiet maidservant. I will be your marked maidservant. So no more hiding something. I will be a marked. Just as his feelings of separation makes his life heirs reach the throat, he attains the vision of a divine Leela. Radha and Krishna sweetly enjoy themselves in a kunja on the bank of Radhakund, and Tulasi watches it through an opening in the wall of vines. After the love play is finished, the surrendered maidservant enter into the kunja. Shri Radhika takes the role of Svadini Bhartrika, independent lady love, who controls her lover. She lies down and the submissive hero sits at her feet, desiring to paint red lac on them single-handedly. Unless he has a submissive attitude, he cannot serve. Hence, he sits close to Swamini's feet, wanting to anoint them with lac dye. Tulasi holds the brush and the cup with lac in her hands. As tears of love stream from his eyes, our hero begins to paint Swamini's foot soles, thinking, I'm not so fortunate as this footlag, that I can stick to her feet the whole day. Everyone says that I'm non-different from my name, so let my name stay on her foot soles then. He then begins to write his name on the sides of Swamini's feet and becomes overwhelmed by the beauty of his own name written in red lac, thinking, alas, even my name is more fortunate than me. Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati writes, I praise Sri Hari, who is the embodiment of profoundly enchanting spiritual flavor, who is gladdened by a wonderful great festival of play, and whose head, that is decorated with a beautiful peacock feather, rolls at Sri Radha's feet. From Radha Sudhanidhi. Tulasi enjoys to see Sri Hari's seal in decoration her Swamini, and she giggles, covering her mouth with her veil. Seeing Tulasi giggling, Swamini says, what's going on? And kicks Tulasi for punishment on the arms with her foot that has the wet leg still on it. Fortunate Tulasi thus has the auspicious signs like the flag, thunderbolt, barleycorn, chariot, conches of Swamini's foot soles printed on her shoulders to the foot leg. But now we just read that Mohan also write his name on Swamini's foot sole. That we also can meditate on this, because his name is also now printed on the Manjari's shoulder, arm. It's amazing, no? There is a very deep meaning behind this scene, for sure. So we are marked with all her symbols, and even with the name of her lover. So now we are qualified to serve. And we are also marked with her inner feelings, with her Mahabhav, so that we can understand the smallest feeling inside our Swamini. And that should make us also proud of this, so that we don't have to be shy anymore. Buddha makes sometimes this point of a sign with Mohan. And this is the sign with Swamini. We sign, and she is sign with her foot leg, that she accepts us. And this is the beauty. We're desiring so much. She accepts us and our seva. And she is satisfied with that. And that makes us proud. So there is nothing more to hide. There is nothing other identification needed in this material world. We are her maid servant under all circumstances. Fortunate Tulasi thus has the auspicious signs of Swamini's foot soles printed on her shoulders through the foot leg. Swamini does not kick everyone like this. It is a sign, you see, of intimacy. With these auspicious signs, Tulasi proudly goes from kunja to kunja. Let everyone see that I am Sri Radha's marked maidservant. So she is so proud of this. And she goes from kunja to kunja. But that means in the spiritual identification, she will not run in the material world and put some leg on her shoulder or on her arm to show everyone, look, I'm marked. That would be that's not real. This is artificial. But in the spiritual abode, she's so proud of this. She's so happy. She will not hide anymore. She is now the marked maidservant of Radhika. And so she goes from Kunja to Kunja in her Siddha Swarup, not with her material body as Raghunath Das. We never heard that Raghunath Das is running through others and showing some signs.
She is marked maidservant for her feeling that I am a mark of Swamini service, hiding from others. Hiding from others. And this mark makes her out of false ego and keeping in the constitutional position and
Wow.
a roof. Because I'm a marked servant, I have to always ready for service. Hiding from others, inside thinking. A mark out hiding. They're not so.
No. In the Sadhakadeya, they never show like this.
No.
But in Siddhadeya, she is running from Kunja to Kunja, Gurudev.
Because they are trying to feel this mark because that they can move in Kunja to Kunja.
And it seems that she is very proud of this now, to be her marked maidservant, is it?
Yeah.
No more shy.
And in material working circumstances, also they feel inside.
Yeah.
What I do for my Swami.
Yeah. Yeah, and oftenly give this. I see that you are also not hiding, Gurudev. And you, Gurudev, also not hiding, no?
Yeah.
And if we have a question, then you always say Radhika, Radha Mohan giving. So this is your fixation in that. This is your feeling. And this we also desire to come on that point that we see everything connected to our Radhika.
Hiding,
marked maidservant.
hiding who don't understand this feeling. We have to hide from that. They can disturb.
Yeah. Right, Gurudev.
Hide from the feeling, Gurudev, you mean?
Huh?
What are we hiding from? What is Manjari hiding from?
From the who has no this understanding.
Ah.
And who has understanding, they will understand by their behavior. They will hide every place to not to show them. But other who have this similar practice, they will catch it. No.
Yeah. Those
Huh?
in the other kunjas, Gurudev, those in the kunjas, they know. Who are in different kunjas, they understand.
We cannot hide from them. They will catch us.
Yeah, but our identification is fully in that. So that will defeat our false ego completely.
Right.
Here it is. The eternal spiritual absorption of Sri Raghunath Das is unadulterated. Tanuvan manobihir aham tavasmi. I am yours with body, mind, and words. I'm not just quiet, hidden maidservant. I want to be your marked maidservant. This firm loyalty swallows the whole ego.
The ego, this swallow our false ego. Loyalty swallow the ego. If I'm loyal to someone, I forget others. I don't mind what I'm doing, not.
Let's everyone see that I am Sri Radha's marked maidservant. With this auspicious signs, Tulasi proudly goes from kunja to kunja. That he is not walking now in the material world and showing something.
No, Kunda, she can go.
Kunja to kunja.
in this pride, different area for Kunja, not to the place where
Ordinary place.
Radhe
Then,
Radhe. So I remember when our Swami Lila, when Mohan and Radha did the intimacy Lila, and Mohan fainted. After that, Swami very proudly out of Kunja and got another Kunja and jokingly talked with her kids. In this case, of course, Crush is not our Swami. Different pride. Manjari's pride is remarked and got other Kunja to Kunja. I feel it and similar, same hearts, but different answer. It's so beautiful. Just come to my mind. Shurira de Kunja to Kunja.
and then suddenly the revelation vanishes. And Sri Raghunath Das cries, Harate, when will you print these auspicious marks on my shoulders? Prema is mixed with this foot leg. Therefore, Sri Raghunath Das uses the words Ati Sulalitas Laksha. It is very charming because of the love it contains. So prema, divine love is mixed with this foot leg.
right.
This foot leg is so special. There is not when it is applied by us maidservant, but when it is applied by your lover. Will the hearts of us maidservants be pleased if he is not submissive to you? Will the heart of us maidservants be pleased if he is not submissive to you? He who feels himself blessed when he even once catches the breeze coming from your flapping veil. We want Sri Radha's superiority. But that does not make Shyam inferior. Rather, it brings his superiority to the limit. So if he is under control of our Radhika, then he is the topmost. This is the speciality of Krishna, of the meaning of Krishna. When God is controlled by Radha, then he is real superior. When Bilva Mangal describes the beauty of Krishna's eyes in the Krishna Karnamrita, he says, Krishna's eyes have acquired fullness through love. They became the abode of beauty. They are charming at every step, and they are noble every day. And Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj writes in his Saranga Rangada commentary on this verse that Krishna's eyes are so beautiful because they taste the rasa of Sri Radha's love for him. Sri Krishna says himself in Chaitanya Charitamrita, all through the mirror of Radha's true, all through the mirror of Radha's true love is completely clear. Its clarity still increases at every moment. There is also no cessation to the increase of my sweetness, which shines in ever new forms in front of this mirror. So we can see how much is the sweetness of Krishna depending on Sri Radha. Without her, there is no meaning of Krishna. Even there will no Krishna exist without Radha. Maybe other forms of God will be there, but Krishna will not be there. And the beauty of his eyes will not be beauty as with Radha. He depends fully on her. She makes him Krishna. So to see that, we can understand that one who is searching for Krishna without Radha will never find this Krishna. He may find some Vishnu, Narayan, whatever, but it's impossible to find Krishna. His existence depends on her love. So if we like to find the Krishna, the sweet, beautiful boy in Vrindavan, we have to go through Radhika. Otherwise, we cannot find him. May my mind be fixed on Sri Krishna, the Supreme Self, whose hairs was flowing as it was great by the dust thrown up by the hoofs of the horses during the battle, whose face was adorned by sweat drops, and who enjoyed being pierced by my sharp arrows.
What?
Oh, I have to start one. I want to see your submissive lover anointed with the leg dye of your foot soles. Bhishma Dev, an Aishwarya Upasaka who meditates on Krishna in his divine prowess, was able, by the blessing of his father, to choose the time of his own death, and he waited until he could see Krishna in his Vira Rasa, in his heroic mood, before he died. He says in Srimad Bhagavat, "May my mind be fixed on Sri Krishna, the Supreme Self, whose hair was flowing as it was great by the dust thrown up by the hoofs of the horses during the battle, whose face was adorned by sweat drops, and who enjoyed being pierced by my sharp arrows." In the same way, the Manjaris want to meditate on Sri Radhika in a particular way. They always desire to see the most enchanting couple moistened with sweat drops of exhaustion of their erotic battle, their tresses and ornaments loosened. The perfection of the eyes is to see the subdued hero and the independent heroine whose luster defeats the pride of golden-colored turmeric. Tulasi says, "Please mark me with the footleg, which was applied to your foot soles by your dedicated and submissive hero." Sri Raghunath shows great longing for devotional service of your lotus feet. Devotion means service. This is also a great thing. Devotion means service. Devotional service is everything for a loving devotee. The pleasure of the seva, of the Savior, the worshipped, is the target of such service. The pleasure of the Savior is the target of such service, not one's personal pleasure. The highest devotion is that devotion which is favorable to Krishna. Sri Jiva Goswami writes the following commentary on this verse. Favorable means something that is pleasing to Krishna. It is prescribed by the scriptures, and that's why I am doing it. But I have no idea if my beloved deity enjoys it or not. This is not the way of Raganuga Bhakti. When the beloved deity responds within my heart, saying, "I'm enjoying and relishing your devotional service," then I will know that my service is a success. In the book Bhaktamal, it is described that Sri Banki Bihariji passed over Haridas Swami's Raja Bhoga, luxurious noontime offering, in favor of the simple fried chickpeas that were offered by Jagannathi Madhava. It's also known from Chaitanya Charitamrita that Chakshi Gopal asked the queen of Orissa to place a pearl in his nose. This is not the worship of the indifferent. It is the worship of lovers. This religion of love is completely devoid of any kind of deceit. Dharma projita kaitava. Love makes one forget bodily happiness. The loving worshipper does not desire sensual, physical, or even spiritual pleasures, for all kinds of personal pleasure is cheating. For all kinds of personal pleasure is cheating. But this is not so easy to give up. Every one of us has this experience. Therefore, Srila
Why
Premananda Thakur has said, yes, Gurudev.
Why not give us? Because physical body thing, this is personal, my thing. So how I will live it? My sense enjoyment. I am a body, I am a person. This is my personal pleasure. They never identify to the soul and to that body. When the material person is there, then naturally different mode will come.
Because this body is permanently asking for personal pleasure, right?
And soul body not asking that.
No.
Like a mark is a mark to the soul body, not to the physical body. When I want to make physical body mark, is no necessary. Is a mark for the only that group that I am a mark, who is in a spiritual body. Then my material body, why we mark tilak, other thing? Why we put that country? To make our body also pure, we do that. That body also understand, really I am Mark Met 7 and I do this to mark you also, that you also try to help me.
Mm.
So what is the line here? Two identification is there. One is personal body, then what dharma? Read the line.
Should I start with devotion means service?
Just you finish this line, I want to repeat it.
This religion of love is completed, devoid of any kind of deceit. Dharma projitaha kaitava. Love makes one forget bodily happiness.
Yeah. Love is my spiritual body.
Yeah.
A material body want love to make happy myself, to enjoy the senses and this.
The loving worshipper does not desire sensual, physical, or even spiritual pleasures. For all kinds of personal pleasure is cheating,
Yeah.
but this is not so easy to give up. So we cheat ourselves, Gurudev,
And not
our
easy
real
to
self.
live it also.
Not easy to give up, no. Yeah. Because of our identification.
We practice to live in this identification, body identification.
Therefore, Srila Premananda Thakur has said in his Mana Shiksha, Ore Mana, Etora, Bujibara Bula, Kohicho Videra Para, Koricho Nishita Chara, Bhava Dekhi Apanara Mula. O mind, you don't understand. You say that you are beyond the Vedic regulations, but you perform forbidden activities. When I see this, I see your very essence. You call liberation a luxurious distraction and have thrown it far away. Give me a hint so that I can understand this truth. Fleeting, useless riches are always desirable, and you are going mad thinking about it day and night. You outwardly perform rituals without desire for gain, but you are not able to free yourself from the same. In your speech, you are detached from the material world. Who you call my everything is the same everything you give only a tiny banyam leaf to, and you think that it is yours to give. You say, I worship Vrindavan, but you're happily staying at home. You love all exterior trappings. You're satisfied with praise, but are engaged when insulted. How did you manage to destroy the happiness of your soul? You say that you follow the gopis, but what do you understand about the meaning of that? You can't let go of your nature 1 iota. Iota is a very small. You get pleasure seeing the face of material nature, who swallows you whole. Listen, says Premananda. If you think about it, it's all a ball of confusion. What's to be gained by listening or flapping your mouth? Always chant Hari Hari while you traverse the path of love, and you will surely be cleansed of all impurities. The pure devotee basks in his tears of love when he chants the holy name, and the beloved deity stays close by to relish this. What an incomparable service! Bhaktera prema chesta dekhe Krishnera chamatkara. Even Krishna is astonished when he sees the loving activities of his devotees. With my eyes I will see your form, and with my ears I will hear your flute. I'm unworthy. I will never get to see Radha and Mohan. Devotional greed will never allow such despair to come. The beauty of the path of sacred passion is that it makes one transcend the consideration of worthiness or unworthiness. The loving devotee will think, if you don't respond, then who will lift me up? If I could just slightly dedicate my life to your service, then I would be pleased, blessed. She will make me understand what is favorable and what is unfavorable. When the loving devotee has been separated from his beloved deity for a long time, yearning for his darshan, he starts thinking, maybe the Lord is just not pleased with me. The Goswami taught the world by example. One day, Srila Rupa Goswami thought, I could not get Vrindavaneshwari's mercy. Then what is the use of my body? He closed the door of his cottage and sat down. But at twilight time, someone called him, saying, Baba, open the door, I have come. So our Swamini, Srimati Radharani, had personally come to his door with a pitcher of milk on her head, dressed like a cowherd girl. Sri Rupa knew the girl. He begged food from her parents' house sometimes. But she looked so extraordinary sweet this time. The girl said, Baba, why didn't you come to our house today for Madhukari? And Sri Rupa Goswami said, Lali, little girl, Lali, I'm not coming anymore. The girl said, why, what happened? And Rupa Goswami said, If my beloved goddess does not bestow her mercy upon me, then what's the use of maintaining this body still? Then the girl said, Who said you that don't get the mercy? It is her mercy that you can live here in Vrindavan. Drink some milk and come for Madhukari again from tomorrow. So sweet, huh? Only if you remain in physical health, you can do bhajan after all. What a beautiful instruction of our Swamini. So this is also meaning to every one of us. We have to maintain this body so that we can do the bhajan. It's a direct instruction of hers. Right, Gurudev? It's from Radhika's mouth. So beautiful, huh? And come for Madhukari again from tomorrow. Only if you remain in physical health, you can do bhajan after all. After saying this, the girl left. Shri Rupa was enchanted by her charming movements and thought, Who is this amazing girl? Meanwhile, by Radharani's arrangement, Srila Sanatana Goswami came by to find out how Rupa Goswami, who was his disciple, the bhajan was going. Sri Rupa had already planned to offer some milk to Sri Sanatana Prabhu, so he offered him the milk, which was handed to him by the wonderful cowherd girl. But when Sanatana Goswami simply smelled the fragrance of the milk, he fainted of ecstatic love. Later, when he heard from Rupa Goswami where the milk came from, Sanatan told him, Rupa, she, our Radhika, is the embodiment of great compassion. Will you make her toil like this? Sri Rupa understood Sanatana Goswami's purport and resumed his practice of Madhukari. Srila Raghunath Das says, I will not request you for these blessed marks. You will spontaneously print them on me, being satisfied with my service. You will say to Tulasi, come, I need you. This is what we are waiting for. Your kicks with the foot are a sign that you are satisfied with me. You don't just kick everyone like this. How intense is this feeling of possessiveness? When Shri Radhika says, you are mine. That will be concealed by the kinkari saying, I am yours. The maid servant is exclusively surrendered to her Swamini. Like a flower that was never even smelled by any honeybee. Even smelled. Praneshwari gives the service of her lotus feet by saying, Tulasi, come. My necklace is broken. Restring it. My tilak has faded away. Put it back on. And so on. Being ordered, I will serve Radha and Krishna's lotus feet. Narottam Das says. And Sri Raghunath Das Goswami prays, take me as your marked maidservant. I want to serve your lotus feet. How eager he is to serve the embodiment of ecstatic love. Suddenly he gets a vision of wonderful gradual services that will commence from the next verse. Shri Rasika Chandra sings, O you, whose golden luster steals the pride of turmeric scratched by the nails, how beautiful your lotus feet are with their shining reddish footlag. When will you print the auspicious marks of your foot soles on my arm, making it nicely marked while I serve your lotus feet? The maidservant anxiously prays at your feet, please fulfill my desire. When will you give me the treasure of the service of your lotus feet that is dearer to me than my life? Don't let me down. When will you give me that service? I do not want anything else. These ends the explanations of verse 17 of our beloved Vilapa Kusumanjali from Raghunath Das Goswami. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.